Hannah and Assad. And I am Dr. Cheney. Hey everybody. Hey Rachel and Allie, Carrie's, and Keely. Sheepishness. Hey, hey, hey. Shy, Danny. Everybody's here. Jennifer, Michael, Layla, Rachel, Faye. Ooh, Faye Fu Panda. That's cute. Katarina, Angelica and Sophie. Hey Maureen and Swifty Michelle, Alyssa. Hey everybody. How's it going? I'm wearing my shirt. Do you remember this? Remember, I got it in a mail haul. Super cozy. Michael says, hi, Sean.
Hello.
We will guest people, yes. Woo, woo, woo. My day so far has not really been that exciting. I got up, I had breakfast, I read a little. Hey, Ava. And then I just drank some coffee. Do you guys remember this, too? Woo, 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 woo. Hey, Sadie and Pantalina. Woo. And Alyssa, hey everybody, how's it going? How are you doing? Oh, Kimmy's saying, hey, first night out last. Oh, hey Layla, thank you.
Letitia too.
Letitia, everybody's here. Labrador lover. I am also a Labrador lover. And Kimmy says the first night on your own. You're gonna do great. Thanks, Keely, for all the likes, and Cheyenne, woo woo, and Carrie's and Cece. You guys, all the likes. We're already 2,000 likes. It's been like 2 minutes. You guys are amazing. Hey, Nikki Fidge. Hey, I'm glad you're on. Hope you're feeling better. Sophie Joe and Morgan, thank you so much. And Crazy Bunny. I love the names, you guys. I can't get enough. Pantalina, thank you for all the likes. You guys, 4,000. Nikki Fitch, 400 likes. You got, oh, Sheepishness. You even have a sheep sticker. Ooh, Visage.
1975.
Yeah, born the same year as Sean. Ooh, woo.
Valentina.
Ooh, Valentina and Lucy. Hey. And Freya and Kayla. Everybody is giving so many likes. Ooh, Nick, you feel better on Monday tomorrow? Yeah, it is Monday tomorrow, which is kind of a bummer. Thanks, Gabby. I missed the full name. Woo, woo. And Jennifer and Alice. Yoitz Brittany and is here. Eloise Taylor. Hey. So, oh, and Waskley is here. I know, 8,000 likes. Layla, thank you, woo, woo. Oh, probably gonna delete is here. Keely, thank you guys so much. So exciting.
Let's get a guest.
Yeah. What's the challenge? That's a good question.
Oh,
we like to start off with a little, Yoitz Brittany Ann, thank you, woo, woo. What should be our challenge? Yeah, I've heard Waskley. Thanks, Allie B. Woo. I heard Maggie, thank you, that you guys are getting a crazy snowstorm. It's like wild and crazy. Thank you, Maggie. You guys are so nice. Okay, everybody loves the challenges, Sean, so we got to come up with something. Maggie, thank you. I'm glad you read it on. I'm probably going to delete. Thanks, Ava. Couples yoga. I could totally do that. I'm glad you could make it too, Jenna. I could do it. I don't know about Sean. He hasn't. Keely, thank you so much.
Not so flexible.
Generous. Yeah, Sean's not very flexible. I've been telling him he needs to try yoga to be flexible. Hey, Steve S. It's funny because I have a friend, Steve S. His last name is Stetler. Thanks, Ava. Woo, woo. And Bugs Ruby. It went so fast. Layla, thank you. You guys, Ollie, Lolly. You guys have the best names. Skittles. Ollie, Lolly. Oh, thank you, Michael. So anyway, and thanks, remember to let people know that we're on. Oh, happy birthday, Bridget. I hope I'm saying that right. Woo, woo. And Faded Atrocities, you guys, the names, I tell you, 10,000 likes. This is crazy. So I know 4 minutes in. Oh, have I seen the shirt designs yet? No, I haven't got on. I'm going to do it today and actually forward it over to my friend Christy. Sorry, I'm reading people's names and I'm getting distracted. Thanks, Simply Jenna and Layla. You guys, this is crazy. This is crazy.
All right, let's get a guess on.
So we're gonna guess somebody, but first the T-shirts. Well, I am making them tomorrow evening. Thanks, Maggie, with my friend Courtney, and I will check it out, Sheepishness, when I'm done with the broadcast, and I'm gonna flip it over to her, and I'm sure we're gonna love it. Thanks, Simply Jenna, and Layla. You guys, this is out of control. And so we're going to look into that and see. I'm sure that she's like, anything's possible, Katie, because I'm like, I want to make it simple. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you, Keely. So anyway, The t-shirt club is part of Patreon, if you wonder what we're talking about when it comes to t-shirts. And Patreon is a way for you to support your creators. And it's a way for you to, just fund them either per video. Thanks, Allie B. Either fund them per video or fund them per month. And it's a way for you to just help them continue to create what they do. And if you're curious you want to know more Patreon and my channel, my page, you can hop over to patreon.com/Kati Morton. Oh, is that our friend Steve, or do we know that Steve? How do I use them? Someone let Steve know how to use the bars and everything, how that works. Ooh, Layla, thank you. So anyway, I would love some more of the sticky notes. I'm glad you like those. I send out gifts every month to different people at different levels. They get extra videos each month.
How's Nikki doing today, by the way?
She said she's okay.
Okay,
We're doing okay. But thanks, Layla, for all the likes. Yep, Ava's telling you, Steve, how to use it, how to use your bars. But anyway, Patreon's just a way to support. You can go on my page, and one of the levels is you get a t-shirt each month. And this is our first month. And so they'll be designed by fellow Kenyans, and then I'm going to make them myself with my friend Courtney. And so we're going to screen print them because she got a screen printing machine, so I'm really excited. So anyway, that's what that's about, and Sheepishness is going to be our first designer, so I'm very excited. And I will check that out when we're done, and I'll message you back. Okay, so, ooh, put makeup on Sean.
I probably need it,
I'm not good at putting makeup on myself, but I definitely could. Do you want to put makeup on?
No. Not
Cat Pooch, thank you for the likes. I think that's an option. Putting makeup on Sean is definitely an option.
What is going on with the likes today?
The likes are out of control. We could dance. You know what we could do? We could do the Macarena. See, Nikki.
I cook smashed pumpkin. Thank you for asking.
Sean can cook. He does cook very well. He cooks more than I do. I'm more of a baker. Sean's more of a cooker. Someone had asked, how long am I staying on here today?
As long as it takes.
As long as it takes. No, I always shoot for at least an hour, and sometimes I go to 2 hours. It just depends on how many questions we're having, and what's going on. But how long are we going to stay on? Maybe an hour and a half? Maybe 2 hours? That's kind of how we do. Oh, the Bean Boozled challenge?
Oh, my goodness.
No, Sean should do my makeup. That's what Carly says.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so anyway, I want to come up with a good thing.
Okay, well, we'll think about it.
Okay, we're going to think about it. Oh, who can draw the fastest on the whiteboard? Oh, Sean's much more creative. He's actually a pretty good drawer. Thanks, Shy. Oh, bye, Amanda. I'm glad you're able to just pop in for a little bit. Oh, Aaron, I'm glad. Oh, do each other's makeup blindfold. That might be kind of dangerous. Poke each other in the eye. Oh, Connor's here. Okay, charades. That could be really good. Oh, Rachel, I'm glad you got to get on a little bit. Draw conclusions. Just such good ideas. Okay. What does Sean look like? Have people not follow me on?
Seen George Clooney? Nothing like that.
Follow me on Instagram. You can see pictures of Sean on there. I know we're already at 20,000 likes in 10 minutes.
That's right. I am a man.
He looks like a man. See, exactly. That's what Sean looks like. I love it. You guys are so hilarious. Jennifer's like, don't make each other blind. We need you. Oh my God, this is so funny. Okay, so thanks, Kimmy. Kimmy's here. Valentina. Okay, you can ask a question. Oh, it says, oh, weird. You now won't let Carly share the broadcast because it says I've already shared that snapshot. Oh, weird. Maybe refresh, maybe go out and come back in. Because actually gone today, it was like, we cannot detect your camera. And I'm like, but I'm looking at it and I see myself. How can you not detect my camera? Thanks, Maggie. Maggie. So sometimes getting out and coming back in fixes the problem. But anyway, okay. A joke off. That could be good. Thanks, Layla. The likes are out of control, you guys. 21,000. Jeez Louise. Yeah, capture and share. And let's get started. Let's guess somebody. Who's ready? Who's ready to guest? Be our guest. I'm going to try to have somebody new who's never been on. Let's let Rabbit Wild get in here. Let's guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. You guys were trying to control the scroll. Hi.
So
Good.
My question, I've been trying to guess for weeks now, so this is so exciting.
Yeah, and what's your name? Because I don't want to call you Rabbit Wild.
Oh yeah. It's Maya.
Maya?
Mariah, like Mariah Carey.
Mariah. Got it. Sorry, cut out for a little bit there. Okay, so what's
That's
going on?
Wi-Fi is garbage. So I've been talking to my therapist about doing like trauma therapy. I was like sexually assaulted a couple of years ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm like working through it now, which is really good. But I didn't like see it as a problem for like a good year and a half until I was like talking about it, and someone was like, "Yo, that's you're allowed to like call that like being assaulted because like that's exactly what happened to you." And I was like, "Yeah, that does make a lot of sense." And I was like watching your video with like about somatic experiences yesterday because I was writing a letter to my therapist about like I was trying to like piece it all together to make like one big like to like tell the entire like experience because I would get really lost and sidetracked if I just tried to talk. Would it be, and like I found myself like finding more and more pieces, like you said, like the one memory like just kind of like shatters and like goes everywhere. So I've been finding a lot of like pieces. I was wondering like would it be more beneficial to my recovery and like moving past this to read it to my therapist or have my therapist read the letter and then discuss and ask questions?
I guess it depends. It depends on you because like and don't you love that visualization of it splintering? Like when Alexa said
yes.
Yeah,
so much.
So, like, that's it. That's the thing. And then because we watch Inside Out, it's like the marbles, like, you know, you can visualize, like I can feel it. So it depends on how you feel about it because if you are able to say it, if you think that you could stay present and talk it through, then I would prefer for you to read it to her. But like Alexa had said in our videos, if we can't stay in the resilient zone, if we dissociate when we're talking about it, if we go in, which is totally normal, by the way, that doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that like we're not there yet. I would definitely try to talk through it and let her know ahead of time. Be like, I wrote this thing. I'm going to try to talk through it, but if I feel like it's too much, you know, do you mind reading it so that we can work on it together? But that's kind of how I'd go about it, just to make sure that you stay in the resilient zone, because the only reason reading it out loud to her would help would be because you're like processing through it. And if you're not able to because it's too much, then it's like we're almost hurting you for no reason and making you go through something.
Absolutely.
So I would notice how you feel and what you think, and you could always start and then stop. That's completely fine. Are you good at checking in with yourself to know when you're kind of going out of the zone at all?
I was just gonna like ask because my therapist like says that every time I like talk about like every time I talk about like the person that like victimized me, so it was like my best friend, like we're like sisters for so long, and so I was like I always like refer to her as like my best friend, and like anytime that I talk about her in a negative sense, I always look away. Like she has like a big picture behind her in the wall, and I always like look at it. I'm gonna be very good at geography by the end of this. Like,
it's very normal. So it is.
Yeah, so she's always like, you're looking behind me again, and like anytime I like talk about something that's like really hurt me, I always make jokes about it, like, and she's like, you can't do that, you have to stop doing that. So like anytime I'm very good at like distracting her, but she's always like, you're distracting me, stop doing that. So like so
is that, like, I don't know. It doesn't sound to me, and I don't know how you feel, but it doesn't sound like dissociation so much as we have all these defense mechanisms, which is like, first, I don't make eye contact and I look away. Number, make a joke out of it because that lightens the mood because I'm feeling uncomfortable. And then 3 is, and probably the most common that I see, is distract the therapist. Like if I got paid extra every time one of my clients tried to change the subject and take us somewhere else, I would be a millionaire. So it is normal. You're able to stay present. So that's awesome. So I would try to read it out loud, because dissociation feels like, you can watch my videos to make sure that's not happening, because that's the only concern I have, is then it's not really processing for you. Dissociation feels like almost like I'm watching myself do stuff, or I feel completely disconnected, like from everything around me. It feels like I'm in a dream. That's like they call it derealization is when it feels like it's a dream, and depersonalization when you feel like you're like out of body, like watching yourself do stuff. So notice if you feel that way. Otherwise, I'd read it out loud to her. I think that could be really helpful.
Yeah, I wrote it all out, and like just there's like a lot, like I remember all the events like leading up to the big event, and then I don't remember any of the big event, and I remember all of the aftermath. Is that like really common for a lot of people to just like block that out and just
because it's a trauma memory. It's like splintered, right? And we can't file it away because it was like we're in essence our brain is like, what the hell is happening? Oh my god! And then emotionally we're like, I'm out. I can't handle it.
Okay,
which is perfectly normal. Like that's kind of what protects us. That's what PTSD comes out of, is actually that like protective mechanism of like, I can't deal. I'll have to deal with this later, in order for us to survive, so we can get through, you know, and keep going. So it is very normal. Don't worry. Most people don't remember their, you know, any traumas until later on. Like there can be triggering events, like in the video with Alexa, we talked about like scents or sounds that might trigger a memory, but it's very normal to not remember.
Okay. Also, I was diagnosed with anxiety, but I used to abuse like alprazolam a lot, and that was like actually like what led up to like me being like assaulted. So what are like other options? Like, are there any like anti-panic and like anxiety medications that like people have had a lot of success with and haven't been able to like abuse?
That aren't benzo related, kind of, in truth, for my clients, the ones that have had addiction in their past and can't use benzos, we find that the SSRIs and SNRIs are the best, and sometimes there's a combination of two. Like a lot of my clients found, trying to remember the name, because in truth we haven't had that much, like Zoloft, Prozac, those haven't really helped, but there's Paxil has helped some of my clients, and what was the other one? Vibrid has been helpful, but I would talk to your psychiatrist and ask, because sometimes a combination of two, which I know sounds like to a lot of people like, I don't want to be on more than one medication, but it's just how our brain is, and depends on what works for you. One might be enough, but know that they might put on two, and that can actually help, and then you won't need a benzo. But also adding in like building up your resources, like your relaxation techniques and things that help you, whether it's like mindfulness, meditation, whether it's like distraction, whatever it is. Putty, keeping your hands moving, like different things we can do to calm our system down. Some people like movement or yoga, anything like that. Building those up too will make you less and less reliant on medication in general.
Yeah.
Oh, and somebody said propane walls helped them. That's
okay.
Then Balta.
I'll definitely look into that.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Oh yeah, and beta blockers along with an SNRI have helped Marjorie. So yeah, there's a lot of options outside of benzos. So if you see a psychiatrist, just tell them, be like, I have a history of, you know, abusing medication, so I don't want to be on anything habit forming. What are my options? Because there's a lot. That's a good thing.
Yeah, because I've been on like Concerta for like ADHD for a couple of years, and I've noticed that like even that has been like really making me foggy. So I'm like also like just like one last question. Is ADHD and like is mental illness in young kids commonly misdiagnosed as ADHD when they have other underlying things going on?
Yeah. It's really common. Children, like a lot of the DSM, like I just did a video about generalized anxiety disorder, and I talk about how it's so overdiagnosed in kids.
Yeah.
And and I don't know, it's like the reason I always say the DSM isn't the end all be all, but for kids, it's so much easier to diagnose. They require less symptoms in a shorter amount of time. And so if we don't take extreme caution, they always jump to conclusions with the things that are most common in kids, like ADHD, generalized anxiety disorder. And then the other one is, there's another one that they always overdiagnose. I forget. But anyway, there's like three that in the community of people that I talk with, they're like, oh yeah, people are always saying that. The not conduct disorder, but oppositional defiant disorder. Those are the ones they give.
I was diagnosed with that, and like for so long I was like, that doesn't even exist, and my doctor's like, do you want me to pull up my DSM-5? And I was like, no. But I was like, I'm not defiant. Like I've always known I wasn't defiant, but I was like always labeled with this diagnosis that would like follow me around, and the teachers like seat you up front, and you're like, nice.
Yeah, no, it's true. And the thing is a lot of times we're just having a hard time, and so we lash out because we're feeling frustrated. It has nothing to do with us being oppositional. So anyway, yes, children, I would like, in my own experience, would assume that they're the most likely to be misdiagnosed.
Okay.
So yeah. Well, keep us posted. Let us know how
I
it goes
will.
with the therapist and everything. And I'm glad you're able to get on. Yay!
Me too. Thank you so much, Katie.
Uh-huh. Nice to see you, Mariah.
Nice to see you. Bye.
Right. Oh, it won't let me. There we go. Okay. Sophie Joe been asking a question, and Sean was. I told him when I'm guesting someone, it's hard for me to say thank you to everybody, and all that. I saw that I got a ton of thumbs ups and bars from Keely and Layla, and Allie B gave a bunch of thumbs up. So thank you guys so much. And I know I missed some people, but I'm trying to keep up with it all. But Sophie Joe asked a question. Sean put it on his screen for me. Can you talk more about freezing up in session and not being able to continue? I guess, I mean, I'll talk about it more, Sophie, but let me know if you have like a follow-up question about, like, are you wanting to know what to do, I assume, like to unfreeze, or why it happens maybe? Just let me know if you want like certain things you want me to go into more. But freezing up in session.
Ooh, take a breath.
Huh?
You're catching your breath. You're like,
oh. Sometimes I talk more than I breathe. I know. Thanks, Letitia. Woo woo. So, okay. And I will be doing Patreon questions, Jennifer, right after this. But first, coffee. So,
Sweet coffee.
when it comes to, how to unfreeze, please. Okay. So, we freeze up in session. Usually, there could be twofold. Number one, anxiety driven, where we become so anxious about talking about something that we literally can't talk. Because I've had clients say that they've had panic attacks in sessions with other therapists and stuff. So know that that's very common. Another common cause is that we're working through a trauma and we go into the freeze state. Thanks, Layla. Woo woo. Just like, and if anybody's curious about what I'm talking about, like somatic experiencing and the trauma, those are all the videos that I did with Alexa Altman, and you can find them on my channel. They went out each Monday.
I'll put the link up.
Okay, Sean's gonna put the link because there's a actual playlist of it.
Yeah.
And they went up on every Monday this last January, so you can watch all of those if you're curious. But if we're processing through, thanks, Layla. If we're processing through a trauma, we can go into the freeze state because it's overwhelming, and usually we end up going to the freeze state when we feel like we don't have the ability to leave, and it could come from the place like of us being a child and having something happen and we had no way to get out. Therefore, freeze was the safest place we could go. And so anyway, that's kind of where that comes from. And so we can freeze up in session for a lot of reasons. I think the important thing about it is that, Nikki says she went freeze state on Friday night physically. I remember you saying you felt like you couldn't get up, and it can be really, really scary. And the truth of it is that we need to build the way to stop it, whether it's in session or out of session, and the way to kind of get better is to build up our resources. Just like I was talking to Mariah about in general, is like we need to build up resources that work for us on the issue that we're struggling with. If you remember my video with Alexa, we talked about like grounding techniques and the swallowing. Do you remember the sucking and swallowing and movement of the neck? And being able to look into the eyes of someone who's loving and warm and who we feel cared for. Do you guys remember all of that? All of that stuff can be really helpful in putting that in our resiliency box. And one of the things that I always have in my office, and I've purchased for many of my clients, is Silly Putty, or like Aaron's Thinking Putty, or one of those things to try to keep their hands moving. And I'll always encourage them to get it. Like if we're going to have a really tough session and we're talking about something, thanks, Keely, woo woo. If we, we're going through, wow, Keely, thank you. If we're going through a lot of tough things, wow, Keely's making it rain, rain in the lax. So I always encourage them to grab the Silly Putty if we're going to be talking about something really difficult, because it keeps something moving, right? Our hands are still moving. And so if you freeze up, Sophie Joe or Hannah, like a lot of you've asked about this, and Simply Jenna says it's freezing really bad right now. Yeah. Oh, is the screen, you're not seeing me? Am I freezing? Talking about freezing in session, I'm freezing? That would be ironic. But, Sean like that. But anyway, keeping something moving can be really helpful. And so I would encourage, if you are struggling with freezing in session, I would encourage you to go back. I know, it's a little floaty person. And thanks, Cantalea. I love that name. So pretty. Just don't put it in your pocket. No. Silly putty in the pocket. Not a good idea. They come with their own little tins and stuff, so just make sure you keep their little thing, or even just a Ziploc. And Sammy's agreeing that it's really helped her a lot in session. So if you haven't, and there's fidget cubes, Jennifer's talking about that, and you can get them online. You can find them in stores, order them through Amazon. But if you are struggling, you're freezing a lot in session, I would encourage you to rewatch that video that I made with Alexa, where we talk about, I think it's I'm not sure which one, you guys. Is it the somatic experiencing one? It might be grounding techniques. I think it might be the one called grounding techniques. We talk about creating a resiliency box. And Sophie Jo, I would encourage you to rewatch that and to create a resiliency box, because that way you have your resources available when you need them most. Okay? Okay, Bridget, how to come clean to treatment team when about restricting when I don't know, it didn't finish. When I only
have a month.
Have a month?
Yep. How to come clean to treatment team about restricting when I only have a month there.
So you only have a month in treatment, I'm assuming, is what you mean? Sometimes writing it and giving it to them is helpful. Or honestly, sometimes you can just say, I'm just really struggling and I find myself using behaviors. That's how clients usually said it to me. Okay, Sophie Jo, yeah, let me know if it helps, okay? And we can always come up with more options and ideas. Yeah, only have a month, I see. I think that just, however they allow you to communicate, if you struggle to say it face to face, see if you could email, see if you can write it down and give it to them, see if you could text it to them, whatever it is that would be easiest for you, do that. Thanks, Allie B. Woo-woo. And knowing that there's no wrong way to tell them about how you're feeling. Like there's no right or wrong way to come clean about the fact that you're having a hard time. Sometimes we just need to say it. Like I can't tell you how many times I've told people, other Kenyans, when they're asking questions, I'll say, you can say to them just like you said it to me. That's completely okay. Thanks, Sadie girl. So know that, and Kayla, know that you can just say it like you said it to me. There's no right or wrong way. And the sooner they know, the better, because then we can get more support, because maybe we don't have the amount of support that we're needing. And so it's important for us to tell them so that they can get that for us. And maybe we might get more than a month. I know that for many of my clients, when I worked in the inpatient, they would not tell me how bad things were going. And then once we were able to get extensions on, on their treatment. So sometimes coming clean can actually be really helpful and mean that you get more care. Okay, everybody, now is the time when we hop over to Patreon. And, and Zoe asked a question about, or I'm not sure if it's Zoe, but I think it's Zoe, talking about depersonalization, derealization, what can cause it, why it happens, and how treatable it is. I think we just did, actually. If you want more, let me know in your comment on Patreon, but I think that we actually just talked about that. Hooray! Okay, let's see. I'm just loading them because there's 46 questions. Okay, someone is asking, why is DID so controversial?
What is it? Just so you
DID, for those of you who are new, is dissociative identity disorder, otherwise known as multiple personality disorder. And I actually have a video on it that you can pull up in another window and watch later on my YouTube channel. But person Aaron's asking, why it's controversial and do I believe it exists? I think that the DID, and it sounds like a lot of people have questions about dissociation. Maybe that's something that we should, talk about more. I feel like I do talk about it a lot, but maybe, maybe it's something that we need to continue talking about. Maybe we have a whole live stream just about dissociation. But I think dissociation is controversial because people will believe that people are making it up, which I know sounds ridiculous, but that's kind of the truth, especially because it's a very stigmatized mental illness. And I think it's because of the way that it's been portrayed in media, online, in movies, and such. As usual, right? Mental illness, I feel like, is almost always stigmatized, and it can be really, it's just disheartening for those of us who actually struggle. And I think the thing about DID is that a lot of people don't understand it, mental health professionals included. Therefore, since they don't understand it, then they, instead of just saying hey, I should probably learn more, I should ask more people who struggle, instead they're like, oh, it just doesn't exist. And I don't know if you guys have a different experience than me, but I find that that's really why people say it doesn't exist or think it's made up or it's so controversial in general is because A, some people have faked it, B, it's not portrayed well in media, and C, people just don't understand it fully and don't know how to even diagnose it. So maybe it's something that we talk about more in schools so that mental health professionals are prepared. And then the last is, do I believe it exists? Yes, I've seen it. I've heard from you, worked with many clients who have it. Yeah, I know it exists. It's real. And in truth, it's really a protective, like mental illness. It protects us during a really traumatic and difficult time. And it's a way for us to quote unquote survive through those situations. And it can be really hard. And a lot of people, you know, since they don't understand it, it can be really hard for us to get proper help. So yes, I believe it exists. Okay. Okay. Oh, Lucy B, you're going to dance? We're going to Kenyan dance?
I don't know what that means, but
I don't know, Lucy, you're up. You said it. You get it. Let's do it. Oh, of course, Aaron. I'm sorry your birthday was hard. I'm glad you're able to get on the live stream.
I am not dancing.
Dancing?
I'm not dancing.
We were sold a bill of goods, you guys.
No,
Wasn't
sorry.
real. Wascally says, be our guest. Be our guest. Maybe Sean can dance later. That's what
Get Sean
everybody's
to
saying.
dance. Yeah, we'll get Sean to dance. I'm not dancing.
So what's going on?
I've had quite a good day. It's been up and down though, but overall it's been okay. I'm full of a cold, but it's been okay.
Everybody's been getting sick lately. I have not yet, knock on wood. But yeah.
Yeah, I tried your technique of writing down like positives to counterbalance the negative, and someone complimented my work yesterday, and my first instinct was just no, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, and I was like, no, it's amazing. But no, it works slowly but surely. I'd started to believe it.
Yay! And
I was good. Yeah.
It's a slow and steady thing, and it's something that you're gonna have to fight for a while. Like when someone compliments you, you know, you're gonna want to say, no, this is wrong, blah blah blah. You know, practicing and knowing that it's not gonna be perfect. Sometimes you still will say the negative things, but knowing that it can get better. Yay!
Yeah, it works.
It works.
I need to keep doing it.
Yep, exactly.
And on another positive note, I think 7 weeks self-harm free now, which is such a big step for me.
Yay!
This is crazy.
Confetti, throwing fake confetti. Yes. I should get confetti and throw. I know. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the update. Yay.
No problem. I have a few more pieces of artwork to show. I just found a sketchbook.
Yes, definitely. And if any of you weren't on Friday, we had Lucy on, and she showed us some of her art and told us that she was struggling with like kind of negative self-talk. And so my homework to her was to write down, like to talk back to the negative voice, and when someone compliments her on her art, to just say thanks. So now everybody's up to date. Ooh. Wow, that's so beautiful. Yeah.
It's amazing.
I like that they're not looking straight at you. It's so nice. You know?
Yeah.
I like
this is just like,
wow,
you're so
talented. Oh my God.
Thank you. Yeah, this is just all my college work. Oh,
wow.
Thanks so much.
I love it. I love that one on the left is like kind of sketched, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow, you're so talented.
Yeah, I have so much college work to do over this half term.
You'll be fine. You're going to get it done. You're going to do great. I have no doubt.
I hope so.
Thanks for sharing your beautiful art. And we'd love
No
to have
problem.
you on. Keep us up to date on how all of your positive self-talk is going.
I will.
Okay.
I'm going strong. 7 weeks self-harm free. I'm going to carry on.
Woo, woo, woo. So exciting. Yeah. Yay.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Lucy. Yeah. Thanks for the update.
Too.
Next time, maybe we dance.
Maybe.
I'll dance with you.
You got away lucky because you had it before.
If you dance, I dance. That's a deal.
Okay, that's okay. I'll see you later, sweetie.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Okie dokie. She's so talented, isn't she? Okay, yes, Layla, I will guest you, of course. Hop in the queue. But Simply Jenna had asked about selective mutism. Can letting others know you have it make it worse? My sister tends to struggle more when people know. I am assuming that's what she means. Because selective mutism is anxiety driven. For those of you who don't know what selective is, I have a video about it for more in-depth, conversation. But the short is that we have such high anxiety that we literally feel like we cannot speak, no matter how blah, blah, blah. Wow. That's like me when I film videos. I do that all the time. I'll be like, blah, 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 blah. I have to say it over. But no matter how hard we try to speak, we literally cannot. It's like our anxiety is so high that we just can't say it and we can't talk. And so if people know about it, if they make mention of it, it could make our anxiety worse. Thank you, Erin. And so just know that, it probably could, because it's anxiety driven. And if people knowing does make us feel anxious, then it would make our selective mutism worse. Okay? I hope that kind of makes sense and all of that stuff. Wow, you guys, 40,000 likes. This is crazy. What are we doing? What's our goal?
I don't know. I'm really blown away.
This is crazy. Ooh, and Kayla, boom, out the gate. 400 more likes. Now we're 41,000. Okay, let me see. Let's see if we can guess Layla. And then we get back into Patreon and answer a few more questions. Of course, Lucy. I don't see you, Layla. That's so weird. If you want to hop in, we will have you as guest. But for right now, the top of my guest list is Nikki. So we're gonna put Nikki in. I don't think you've guested before.
No.
And the funny thing is your photo is of a little baby, which is super cute. So I don't even know if I've seen you in real life.
Hi, Katie. Katie.
Hi. Yeah,
You okay?
I was like, I think your picture is actually of a little kid, and I'm like, I don't know if I've seen her.
No,
So,
that's me. I just want to say thank you
yeah, of course,
for all
of
your
course,
support.
of course.
Really.
Oh, I love your dream catcher.
Oh, thank you.
It's-
That one.
Yes, that's so
Mum
cool.
and Dad got it for me from America.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love.
Trip of a lifetime they went on.
Uh-huh.
Brought it back for me.
That's so cool. I love them. I have
Yeah.
this pink one, and then I actually have this white one. Where is it? I was gonna hang it up today. Another one that was sent.
Oh, pretty. I like.
It's a tree. Do you see?
Yes, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like.
That's so cool. I love
But yeah.
it.
I just wanted to show my face.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to see you too. It's funny because I get used to just the little avatars, and I was like, I don't think
Yes.
I've seen you. But I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better, and I'm glad you
Thank
could be
you.
and everything.
Yes.
Sean says
Hopefully
hi.
see you in April.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited. So excited.
Yes. Fingers crossed.
So yeah. Yep.
All right.
We'll make it. Okay. I'll have a good evening.
Okay.
I'll talk to you
And
later.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Just sitting on the floor.
Yeah, we're number 24. It was so good to see Nikki. It's funny how if your picture isn't your face, and then I'm like, what do you look like? I haven't even seen you. And I feel like I talk to Nikki all the time. So, hi, Nikki. It was good to see you. I'm glad you're able to be on. Number 43,000 likes. Jeez Louise. Jenna, you're right. 40 minutes. This shit's crazy. We're on a roll.
Oh, I'm capturing that one.
It's crazy. I know. I love the Kenyans too. Okay. Sheepishness is a cat in a sheep's costume. It's true. It's super cute though. I like
You know
it.
what I found out today?
Huh.
This is so random. I don't know what. But did you know people use llamas as to
Oh.
protect their sheep?
Why did my mug cause the strobing?
So
Sorry,
check this
guys.
out. If you look on Twitter, what's trending? There's photos of llamas. They take them and they put them in the field with the sheep, and they protect them from wild dogs.
Yeah,
and
you
other
didn't know about
predators.
this?
No, why would I know about llamas? But they put a mound, and then the llama stands up on it.
Yeah, and it scares the
Yeah,
others.
they
And they're
growl
taller.
and spit
Yep,
at the other
They're
animals.
very aggressive.
Yep.
I grew up
I think we
in
need
the
a guard
country,
llama.
if you guys remember. And anyway, I grew up in the country. And you always have to have a llama with your sheep. Otherwise, they'll get eaten. And you'll slowly lose them. They'll weed them out. Because what happens is animals will scare them. And the one in the back gets taken. Because it's the slowest. Or it doesn't realize fast enough. Or it's doing something else. It gets distracted. I would totally be that sheep. But that's why you put a llama there. I didn't realize you didn't know that. But why is that trending on Twitter?
I don't know. There was a lot of cool photos. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
The llamas look pretty badass next to the sheep.
They are. They're pretty intense.
Yep.
Nikki says it's like knowing that cows have 4 stomachs. I know.
What?
It like blows your mind. It's crazy. Llama drama. Hashtag llama drama, Sean. I love it.
Llama llama ding dong.
Have I seen the llama song? No. Ooh, Nazanine's like, fun facts with Sean. Kayla's asking, have we heard of Lacey Sturm? Do we know Lacey Sturm?
I do not.
I do not know. Who is it, Kayla? I don't know who that is. You met her last night. Is she does she sing? Does she act? What does she do? I'm not very cool. Ooh, the La 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 Llama song. Maybe we should sing the llama song. That could be something that we do. Oh, Keely's on her phone, so she can't post the link. You guys, it's hilarious. Oh, May tagged me on the llama song. That's awesome. Thanks, May. I wore your fuzzy socks the other night. Do I have them on now? No. I was like, wait, what do I have on now? No. So thank you for those fuzzy socks. Let's see. Go over to Patreon since... Oh, we got a new Patreon patron, Hannah. Woo, 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 woo. I get the notifications. I get super excited. Okay. So Emily says, hey, Katie, I'm at an awkward part in my eating disorder recovery. In parentheses says anorexia, but I never got underweight. But I'm at that awkward part where my weight is up and healthy and I'm eating normally, but I hate my body so much. Do you have any tips for the body acceptance part of this? Yes, I have a lot of tips. Oh, she's a musician who wrote 2 books. That's awesome. I'll have to check her out. Thanks, Kayla. So, to go to the question that Emily asked, when we're in recovery from an eating disorder, we have this awkward, terrible part of recovery where our body is what we call, quote unquote, weight restored. My clients hate weight restored time because what that means is that their body is all healthy, but their mind is still very much eating disorder driven, and it usually happens very quickly. And anyway, so
I'm gonna cross the lights.
Okay, Sean's gonna cross in front of the light. We're hoping it's not strobing. We tried to do it from Sean's computer, but with the background and lighting, we just couldn't make it work. So I'm gonna have to get a new computer or something. Anyway, oh, Keely just posted the link to the llama song. Sean, save it. He's gonna cue that up. Anyway, so ooh. Who is this? Can you guys hear this? I like it's like llama llama duck. Llama 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 llama.
Llama in a car.
Llama in a car.
Great.
That one doesn't look happy at all.
No.
The one at the end, he's like, get out of here.
Dropping blue steel.
Oh my god, you guys. We're going to have to listen to that again. I really just like the llama llama duck, llama llama.
Maybe that's our new guest song.
Maybe. It's like, instead of be our guest, it's llama 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 llama. That's awesome. Thank you, Keely, for sending that. And the potato. What's with the potato? Llama llama potato. I don't know why. I find the funniest things are like what other people might think they're so stupid, but they're so ridiculous. They're hilarious. I love that kind of comedy. Okay. To get back to Emily's question, remember she was asking about being in that weight restored portion of recovery where her head is still like, wah! And anyway, the way that we get through that is actually doing a lot of body soul work. And I know that everybody hates this part because you're really uncomfortable. Thanks, Kayla. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, and there's another kind of llama song Danny just put in there. Oh. And so there's so many, you guys. I'm so excited. But the, okay. The body and soul work is when we start finding ways to thank our body each and every day. And I know that sounds really silly and it sounds really weird and trivial, but it really helps. Just in the way that when we were talking to Lucy, when she was like, yeah, I am trying to talk more positively, and it's actually kind of helping. Surprise! So the weight restored portion, our eating disorder voice goes crazy. It talks really negatively, and it's like, you're so fat, you're so lazy, you're so terrible. Now you're not even sick enough. What's wrong with you? And just like negative, negative, negative. And so we have to do things to thank our body for what it does. And that can be as simple as, I'm so thankful for my feet. They get me around. I have mobility. I can walk. Not everybody has the ability to do that. And today was amazing because I was able to walk in to get coffee, or I was able to walk to see my friend. I was able to walk to my car and go to the grocery store, like all the things that we should be grateful to our body for. I would encourage you to spend time doing that and focusing on what it's doing for you and how grateful you are for it. Because otherwise, that negative voice that tells us, that we're fat, lazy, stupid, whatever, all sorts of nasty, untrue things, we have to negate that. And if we don't, it'll just keep building and building and we'll end up relapsing. And so I'd encourage you to spend time. And then so that's one thing. And then the second that I have people do is I have them do a letter from their soul to their body and from their body to their soul. And I know that seems really like hard to even understand what I'm asking of you, but what it really is kind of talking to our true self, our inner happy, loving, caring self, to our body, thanking it. And then the reverse is from our body to our soul. Like, we can even apologize for abusing it and apologize for making it weak and tired. And I don't know. It's really helpful. I hope that helps. I hope that makes kind of some sense. And Emily, let me know if you have any follow-ups. Okay, one more question from Patreon. And then we're going to guess somebody else. Are you ready? Are you in the guest? I know, Layla, you wanted to guess, so I hope that you're in the queue. Okay, Rachel says, during my last therapy session, my therapist brought up that maybe my anxiety stems from anger. This is something that I never really crossed my mind before, because while I definitely struggle a lot with anxiety, I never really thought of myself as an angry person before. What are your thoughts? Can anger and anxiety be connected? The interesting thing about anger is that it's really uncomfortable. People don't like it. Especially those of us who have any kind of mental health issue, most of the time, anger is like something that feels really out of control, really hurtful. And when we have been angry, then we, at the end, end up wanting to harm ourselves or be negative to ourselves and kind of take it out on ourselves later. Like, we're going to punish ourselves for being angry, as if our anger is unwarranted, or as if we shouldn't be even. Ooh, Holly, we got a new subscriber. And so often, we'll do that. So anger, therefore, is really uncomfortable, and we tend to not want to engage in it ever. But anger is also really healthy, and that's something we have to kind of learn to be okay feeling and be okay expressing without feeling like it's all or nothing, black or white. We can be happy or angry, but we can't just like express anger about a certain situation and move on. And so, yeah, like Alice saying she hates feeling anger. Oh, thanks, Charhal. You joined Patreon. Yay, yay, yay. That's so exciting. Is your name Charlotte, maybe? Is it Charhal, I would assume. I'm so excited. Thank you. And so to answer the rest of her question of anger being attached to anxiety, I do think that we can definitely have anger attached to mental illness as a whole, because it can be really frustrating. It can be really hard. We're number 22, you guys. Have we ever been? Holy schmamolies. Sean is listening to music over there. So I think that anger can be attached to a lot of different mental illnesses. And I would say that, of course, it could be connected to anxiety. I don't think it's only connected to anxiety. That's not something that I've heard. I don't know if you guys have heard that. Oh, buy Sean a pink tutu. But like Bugs Ruby Fruit is saying, I'm frustrated that I can't express myself properly. People can feel like that and so angry and upset because of a mental illness, because of the anxiety. Maybe your anxiety gets so high. Thanks, Allie B. And there was someone else that gave likes before and I missed it. It went by so fast. Thanks, Kayla. And so we can feel so anxious and frustrated because we're anxious, because anxiety is really restricting, right? It can stop us from doing certain things. Thanks, Sarah. And it can stop us from seeing people, talking and things, and being able to do what we know we can do. Therefore, we're angry about it. It can be really frustrating, right? So that's what I mean about like mental illness. If it's hindering us, of course it can cause anger. It's just like, I would also say chronic illness, anger, linked. And it's just because anger is like such a protective emotion, and it's something that we all kind of need. It's like secondary to, I don't know if you guys know about this, but primary and secondary emotions. And anger is a secondary emotion. It's usually a protective, like spines out kind of response to something else that maybe is like hurt, upset, sadness. Then we'll feel anger as a protective one. So it's like, phew, and I always call it like puffer fishing. Like when we put our spines out. I hope that kind of makes sense. And so I would say that it can be linked. Thanks for the applause, Amy. Because they can be connected, because it's frustrating, right? I think that's just the truth. Okay.
Leila.
Oh, we found Layla?
Yeah.
Is Layla in the guest? I see her.
Click the level
There
one.
she is.
There you go.
Layla, are you ready?
Also, she plays softball. Maybe you guys could chat about that.
Mm-hmm.
Some softball
She does play softball.
peeps.
I think we guested her before. Like a month ago? Has it been a month, Layla? I think it's been about a month.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Hi.
Okay. Yeah. Hi.
How's it going?
It's good. You. Okay, here we go. It kind of froze for a second, but then I.
Oh yeah, I
saw
was like, you cut out too. That's why I was doing this. I'm like, it's kind of cutting out. Yes, you're back.
Yeah.
So what's been going on with you?
I've had 2 good weeks, and like, but even though like I've had good weeks, like I felt like physically okay, but I still think about it all. So I'm like, maybe I'm still like not okay, but like, my point is like, Friday, kind of like back a little bit because like I got upset because of like I thought someone was upset with me, and even though I got everything was fine, but I kind of panicked, and that kind of ruined my day because I was upset, like, oh, this person's upset with me maybe, and I don't want that, and it just kind of made my day not so good.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot where you feel like something will happen or someone's upset and it like ruins your day?
Yeah, I tend to like don't really think very positively like on my day. Like even if I'm having a good week, I will think it won't last. It'll change back to my normal of being not like okay.
Not okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
Like
and I'm just
yeah.
guessing. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say like I talked to like one of my teachers at school a little bit, and like I've noticed like even though like when I'm okay, I still want to talk to her, and I think it's because like I've done this since I was a little kid. I've always tended to talk to like I have attachment issues because like that so like I get myself overly attached to people, and then it's hard because like, I can't always talk to her, you know, like she's busy and I
Yeah.
gotta give her space, and I don't want to like she doesn't know that I do that. Like I just she knows I talk to her, but she doesn't realize like I really like need her sometimes, like more than like yeah. Like even being in a room with her makes me feel fine. Like I like it, but I
Yeah, it
can't
makes you
just
feel better. Like
be
it's like
there.
soothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go in her there every single day because I try to give her that space. Like she's a teacher and she needs to do stuff, and then at the same time, I just try to give her space and don't let it get too out of control. Like I gotta give myself space from that too, so I don't get because I have to leave the school in 4 years. I mean, last time I was at a school and I did this, it was really hard for me to leave. And I do it with
Yeah, because you're so attached.
yeah, I do
Yeah.
it with everything. But like next week, like my school, because like I don't know why we do this, because I'm a freshman, and they're like it's medieval week, and it's kind of like a homecoming week, but it's not homecoming week. It's different. We're a Catholic school, so we celebrate like that, but I don't know why we do this actually. But anyway, it's like games and stuff. It's games and like dressing up kind of like homecoming week, and it's fun. But when I had homecoming week, being in the gym with everyone, it's a small school, but I tend to just associate in the gym, and I don't want to do that because I want to have fun. And I think it's overwhelming with all those people. It's loud
Yeah.
and very like it kind of almost overstimulates me. I'm like, people, loud, and
Yeah, it can be
I
too
don't want
much.
I don't want to do that. And it's just my guidance counselor was like, I talked to her last Monday, and I told her like, yeah, I think about what like it a lot, like what was going on, like, and I realized I don't think about it a lot. I don't remember details. I don't really remember it, but I know like something happened. So like to count how many times you think about it, and I was just like, oh, a lot more than I really realized. So in the end, like I'm doing better than I was last time. I think I talked to you. Like I don't feel it as much as in my chest, like feel it as much in my body, but I still think about it, which I'm like, what a kid. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's like we kind of feel better, but we might just not be thinking about the hard things right now.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like Friday, like it was a good example of me like going kind of like going backwards because like I know everything would be fine, like everything would be fine when afterwards. Like it wasn't like I knew things have changed with the situation, but I was still afraid of it going back to the way it was when I was younger, so I was like panicked.
Yeah.
And then like it drained me. I got home, I was like, I'm tired.
I'm sure that's a lot. It can feel overwhelming, right? And then we feel exhausted. Like it's so draining.
It's just
No, I
frustrating because
totally
like I
get
know
that.
frustrated. And like I said, I don't feel it physically, but I still think about it, and I'm like, well, this isn't getting really that much better. It's just the only thing that's gotten better is that I don't feel as tired as much when I get during the day, or you know.
Yeah. Do you like I wanted to make mention someone commented Amy, one of our Kenyans who's a teacher as well, and she
Hmm.
was saying that if you did want to be around that teacher more, she's like it honestly doesn't bother us. She's like I have a student that's in my office most like lunches and stuff. She'll come into her room and
Yeah, I
spend
do
most
that
of
with my teacher.
Okay, good.
I
And have you
do that.
talked to her?
I just don't. I talk to her a lot more than, but it's hard for me to explain to her how I'm feeling, which is frustrating because I repeat myself so much with like people I talk to. I only say really the same general things, and I feel like that's kind
Yeah.
of like using her time. That I don't need to repeat myself every time, and she kind of repeats herself too because there's not much more she can say unless I figure out more I can say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's good that you have extra supports other than just your counselor. You have your teacher and everything too. I think that all that's really good. And I know the reluctance to get attached is there, but have you talked to your teacher at all about it? Like about the fact that you don't want to get attached?
No. I mean, I attach really easily to people. Like I notice it with you. Like I kind of like I watch your live streams every time I can. I thing is, I don't. There's two people in my life I don't attach to, and that's my parents because they're the ones who caused my issue. I think I don't remember it. It's just frustrating because like I really don't remember a lot of stuff. So like when I talk about it or I think about it, it's like, well, did this actually happen? Like all that.
Yeah. And it can be hard if we struggle with dissociation.
Mhm.
If we get overwhelmed easily and maxed out, we kind of like blank and we can black out and not remember
Yeah.
anything. That's really
I do it.
normal.
And I do it a lot. Like I do it more than I think I even realize. Like, even
Yeah.
when I'm doing
Yeah.
good,
You don't
I
even know
still
it's
do it.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I still do it, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how to like, cause like I'm kind of like in the stage of like I have people to talk to and they're trying to help me, but I feel like I gotta do something more, and I know that something more might involve talking to my parents, but that's not gonna happen like soon.
Yeah.
It may not happen in high school.
Yeah. Have you tried creating the resiliency box thing that I talked with Alexa about? Would that kind of help? Have you tried some of those things?
I've tried a few of those things, and then I've just kind of tried like I don't know, like she's on one of the videos like making eye contact with someone like that you care about. Like I do that with my teacher sometimes. Like when I'm in her class, actually in her class, and I like feel like I'm kind of starting to like dissociate or disconnect. She makes eye contact with everyone, but I don't know. It helps. Like the eye
Yeah.
contact thing helps me a lot more. But then at the same time, I'm so awkward making eye contact. It's just like that's not what the. It's just yeah. And sometimes
Yeah.
like I want I want a hug from her, but I'm not the best at asking because like I feel like I just don't ask. It's just a weird thing for me to ask. I feel like sometimes like, oh, can I have a hug? It's like okay,
Yeah. But
I
maybe
don't
that's
know.
something that you work on when you need it. It's okay to ask for things if you need them, you know?
Yeah,
And that might be like a
yeah,
goal is one time this week ask if you feel the need.
yeah. I mean, I have
Maybe.
really good friends and stuff, and like the sad thing
Yeah.
is like I take other people's pain too and make it my own, not on purpose, but I just really care about people.
Yeah.
And like I had like three friends, like, well, one friend actually on Wednesday told me that she was having like I knew she was having a hard time, but I didn't realize how bad. I asked like, hey, like suicide, and she's like, yes. I was like, oh, and like okay, and like I know as like someone who's told that you might go to an adult, but like I've been keeping up on her and like kind of like what not watching her like creepy, but like keeping an eye on her kind of like that. I've had three friends tell me that, and like for me, I make it become like my own issue. And, like I've talked to my
Yeah.
guidance counselor about that, and I can't help it. Like there's no like stopping it really. Like just do it, which makes things
Yeah.
harder. Or me, I've tried to help her
Yeah.
and stuff, but I remember like when I went through that, like nothing anyone said really helped.
Yeah.
So it's like, is what I'm saying helping, or is it just kind of going out one ear and in the other and not really staying with her?
Well, and I mean, it depends on what you have access to, because I know we've talked about this before, but since it sounds like what you're kind of needing, like therapy wise and like support wise, is more like trauma slash attachment based therapy.
Yeah,
And I think, and even DBT can help with that a little too. I think, looking into those resources and even telling your counselor or therapist, um, that you are struggling and you feel like certain things are happening. And even though you have friends and, we have all this stuff and all this support, but it's just not really what we're needing. Like it's not making us feel better. We feel like we
yeah.
can't even do it. I would bring that
Mhm.
up. I would start talking about it. Because it's okay
Yeah.
to feel that way. It's okay to feel like the help that we're getting isn't what we need. And
Yeah.
then your counselor might have some resources or something that, could be more beneficial, because it might just be that talk therapy isn't like, that's not meeting your needs. It's helpful, but it's not like making you feel better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And like with me,
So
like
uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
No, I should say
Like
give it a try.
um,
Talk to her.
okay. Like since I don't remember like really a lot of stuff, and she asked me one time, like I said, I do want to remember what happened, and I'm like, it's like, are you sure? Like, do you really want to remember what happened? And I'm thinking like, yes and no. And I'm wondering like, would remembering be the best thing? Like, like having that come back.
It's not, it's honestly, okay, so for any of you out there who struggle with like repressed memories and think like, why would I want to remember? Which is like rightfully so. The truth of it is that even if we don't remember it now, there can be triggers that we can run into that can cause us flashbacks, cause us to have panic attacks. We can dissociate without even knowing, without even understanding where it comes from. And in a way, by remembering and processing through it, because we're not just going to remember it. We're not just going to like help you discover the memory or the bits of memory and then not do anything with it. We're going to work through it, right? And so by working
Yeah.
through it, then we're in a way like protecting you from future triggers and from future struggles, because when we repress things, it makes us dissociate more easily. We get overwhelmed more easily. We can have these triggers we can stumble upon, almost, I call them like emotional landmines. Like we won't even know that they're there and we'll run into them. And so in a way, we're kind of
Yeah.
protecting ourselves from that so that we're healing it so that it's no longer a bother,
Yeah.
So I do
I get
think that it is good, you know.
okay, because like I asked my like guidance counselor, kind of, and my teacher, and she's like, well, they're both kind of like they're unsure if like right now remembering would be like totally like good, because I don't know. Cause like when I remember, like when it comes up in like kind of like a flashback or like a memory that randomly comes up, it does cause a lot of anxiety right away. Like Friday, like when I thought when someone got upset, angry with me or upset, it caused a reaction of when I was younger, which is why now, like when I react to stuff, I'm not sure if it's my true reaction now or if it's my younger, like my old reactions to stuff.
Yeah. And it's hard. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to cause more anxiety, and it's going to cause us to feel, it's kind of like, the best way I can describe it is, remember my old videos? I don't know if you remember the old videos I talked about eating disorder recovery and how it gets worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Like trauma recovery is kind of like that too. Like we can feel shittier first. Like when we first start, it's going to feel worse. And like if we self-injure, those urges are going to come back. If we struggle with dissociation, that's going to come back. And all those urges and struggles are going to get worse at first and then get better. And it's because we're kind of like stirring the pot that we've like not been looking in and we've been pretending doesn't exist. And so know that that's completely normal. And that's kind of why I talk about like building up resources first too. Like making sure you have all the
Yeah.
tools that you need, you know?
Hmm.
So that we make sure you do feel okay. And when you do start working through it and remembering all those terrible things, like then you have tools and resources and support to get you through it. So you know you're not alone and it doesn't get worse, you know?
Yeah.
But take your time, like go at your own pace. Know that you can always say, I have to stop right now. This is too much. That's completely fine.
Yeah. I'm just not sure, like, cause like all that. Look back to the next week and like the being in the gym and everything, and like homecoming week was overwhelming in the sense of like everyone was all kind of hyper and all that. It's like I don't want to dissociate next week all week and forget something that would be really fun for me, you know?
Yeah, and maybe you don't have to go to the thing in the gym. Maybe you could talk to your teacher and go color somewhere. You know?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's okay.
I could do
I
that.
would, yeah, I would ask for that because if it's giving you anxiety, ask for that right now because there's no need to make things harder for ourselves when we're already doing so much work, you know?
Yeah.
And I would ask for a hug too. That's my homework for you.
Okay.
Okay? I'm glad you could be on, Layla. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thanks for updating us. Let us know how that
Yep,
goes. Let us
I
know,
will.
that helps, okay?
Yep. Thanks.
Okay.
Um,
Bye, honey.
Bye.
does anyone need a pee break?
Does anybody need a pee break?
Just asking if you want one.
Maureen is asking for a friend. I'm gonna stretch. If you all could stop and freeze so Maureen can pee. Hey, Sean's putting on the music.
Yeah, just gotta.
A
It's like a 7th inning stretch.
A musical interlude because Emma is live too, so we couldn't have our musical.
I think everyone should be dancing at home, just loosening up a little.
Yeah, it'll be our 7th inning stretch. Exactly. We're doing the Kenyan boogie.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I think we've got our interlude.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay. Oh, and t-shirt designs. I haven't checked that email yet today. I try not to do too much checking on the weekends. But I will check my DMs, I'll check my emails tomorrow, and I will respond so that you know that I got them, okay? For many of you, you've already sent them to me, and I've already let you know. But thank you for creating the t-shirt designs. I love all of them. I'm so excited to make them. So anyways, I will let you know, and I'll respond. Okay, Jennifer H. has asked, oh, this was a good question. And I actually answered this on a Patreon video a few months ago, and when I made that video, I was like, oh, I should make one for everybody to see because I think it's important. And Jennifer's question is asking for hugs from a therapist. What if they say no and ask why? That sounds extremely anxiety provoking. Okay, so let's get some. Oh, Tassie Jones. Tassie sends the best gifts, you guys. Although Kenyans send the best gifts. I'm wearing this. Oh, and I wore my necklace from Emily last night. I don't have any jewelry on right now, so I didn't put it on. But
You're
I wore.
basically a walking Kenyan. You got
I know,
Kenyan gear from around the world.
I do. I had my New Zealand socks on the other day. I had my fuzzy socks from Texas on the day before that. Oh, I'm sorry, Maureen. Go pee. Take a break.
We'll be here when you get
We'll
back.
be right. We'll be here. Okay, so for hugging a therapist. Thanks, Erin. So the thing about hugging therapists, yes, you can ask. I will hug a client if I don't think that anything needs to be talked about. And I know that sounds terrible because Jennifer's like, oh my God, that sounds really anxiety provoking. But every once in a while, everybody needs a hug. Like if my clients had a hard session or if I'm referring them out. Ooh, thanks, Smashing Pumpkin. Still love that name. Also love that band. Oh my God. But anyways, we can always ask for a hug if you've had a really tough time. Or if you, like when I'm referring clients out and it's our last session, if they want a hug, I'll hug them. I will never try to hug a client or touch a client because it can be really triggering for them. And so I'm never going to do that without asking them. And I actually don't ask because I feel like they might feel bad saying no. And so I, as a therapist, am never going to initiate something like that. However, many of my clients will ask for a hug. They will ask for, many hugs multiple times. And the thing is, for me, is if my clients have been asking for hugs multiple times in a row, like multiple sessions in a row, then I'm going to have to ask them why. And I won't ask them when they've asked for the hug, right? So let's say it's like the third session, because usually at the end of the session, we hug. And so, ooh, Sarah P, new subscriber. Woo, woo. So and Shashari, I'll talk about the boundary thing. Because the reason is that if they ask for hugs it's okay. Every once in a while, that's fine. I think sometimes it's just how we soothe. And as a therapist, it's okay for me to be kind of like a safe person to soothe them, but it can't be consistent. It can't be something we do all the time, because at that point, then I'm going to need to talk with them about it. And that's when I would assume, Shashari, that it's like crossing boundaries and they're relying on the connection with me too much, and it can become unhealthy. And so if they've asked a bunch of times in a row, then I will ask them why. I'll bring it up in the next session. I'll say, I've noticed that you've been asking for hugs, multiple weeks in a row. Ooh, Anna T, new subscriber. You guys, so many new subscribers. Yay, yay. And so anyway, so I'll ask them like why and where did that come from, and what has anything been really hard? Have you been struggling more than normal? Because you never used to ask, and then we can talk about it. Because the thing about therapy that's so great is that you can have a conversation about things that might be a little uncomfortable, you feel a little weird, and know that it's going to be okay. And so that is truthfully what I do. And I hope that kind of makes sense. Like, I'll allow the hugs because I think it's okay to need to be soothed every once in a while if we've had a really hard session or if it's our last session. I have a client that comes and goes from seeing me off and on over the years, and she always wants a hug, but I might not see her for a few months after that. And we've talked about it, and it's more that she's just grateful for the work we've done over the course of our time together. And I think it's okay, but every situation is different. Know that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to ask for it. Just be open to the conversation with your therapist, because if we're needing hugs all the time and we're craving that affection, then it might be getting unhealthy and the boundaries might be being crossed, and it might be something that we have to discuss, because the therapist might feel like we can't do that anymore because we need to talk about attachment. We need to talk about boundaries, and maybe we need to refer you to a therapist that can help with that more. So there's all sorts of things. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, and like Jory's saying that she hugs therapists when she's really grateful for their help that day. Totally. And so I think that, it's all of that. I hope that kind of makes sense, but know that it's completely okay to ask. It's completely okay to hug them sometimes. Just be open to the conversation about it, because there could be a lot more to it, because it's therapy. Okay, everybody. Oh, Jennifer says, I just worry that she'll say no. Why do you want a hug? She won't do that. Don't worry. You can even just say that, I just really feel like I need a hug right now. That's enough. That's okay. Oh, and Kaylee says Lacey Sturm was the singer in Flyleaf. What's Flyleaf? Oh, you're so happy you met her? I'm so glad. I'll have to look her up, Kayla. Thanks for letting us know about her. Okie dokie, you guys. We're going to guess someone. And we have Erin. Are you ready? Erin is a Patreon patron. I talk to her a lot. Let's see how Erin is doing.
Hi.
Hi. How are you? Such a good connection. Hooray.
I don't know, I'm not doing very good, honestly. Yeah, no, this is hard. Yeah, I didn't actually think I was going to get on.
Is it hard to be on? Does it make you nervous?
No, it's not really that. It's just I've had a really hard weekend, so I think, yeah, I've been just crying a lot, so.
What's fair? You don't have to. But what's been hard this weekend?
I had my birthday, so I turned 26.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, but I don't know, I really miss my brother, because he passed away.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I know.
you remember.
I remember. And for any of you who want to know a little bit, and I don't know what you want me to share, Erin, but
You can
she
get
lost her
whatever.
brother. Has it been a year now? Yeah, it's a year ago. Her brother passed away, and she's been helping out with his family, essentially, helping them
Yeah,
kind of
I took
manage.
care of 3 kids.
Yeah, because he had children, and so it's been really hard, and it's been really trying, not only physically, but emotionally. So it's okay to have a hard time, and grief is something, because I think we've talked about this before, like giving yourself time to grieve is important, and I don't know if you've been able to, because you essentially were the most functioning out of everybody, and so you're like, okay, you jumped into this position, you're almost like nanny / housekeeper / everything.
Yeah.
And so I don't think you ever really got to just be sad and know that that's okay,
Yeah, so it's just been hitting me really hard this weekend. So I really appreciate your live streams because, yeah, I've just really looked forward to distracting myself or being around nice people, and
Yeah.
that's helpful.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Happy to be a
I really
distraction.
appreciate it a lot.
Yeah. Well, we're thinking of you, sending extra hug and loves your way.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm 26. It's crazy.
I know. Trust me, I can't believe I'm 33. Time just goes faster and faster. So enjoy it, okay? Enjoy.
By the way, those
Uh-huh.
are awesome glasses.
Oh,
what kind of frames are
Sean
those?
loves your glasses. What kind of
Oh,
frames?
thank you.
Uh-huh.
They're really cool.
I don't know.
Are they purpley red or something? They look like.
Toy birch. Yeah, they're navy
Ooh.
blue and gold.
Ooh, pretty.
Well, I think they look fantastic.
He loves them.
Aw, thank you. It's really good of you. Yeah, I don't know. So, do you think there's anything, like I've tried taking time to acknowledge, just like missing my brother and doing something to kind of like honor him, but I'm still having like a really hard time. I didn't think I was going to be here. Like I really didn't think I was going to make it past the age of 25, and so it's really big that I'm here, and I feel like that I should be proud of myself that I'm still here.
Yeah.
But my brother's not, and it's really hard. It's just super hard.
Yeah.
So is there anything else other than like honoring him that I could do?
It depends. Let me give you some ideas of things. Something that has helped some of my clients, and it's actually not something that I did to get over my dad passing away, so I can't speak personally to if it helped with the grief, but something that helps some of my clients who kind of were more crafty and like to touch things. I know that sounds weird, but it's like having tangible items that you create that help you process through. Some of my clients find that really helpful, and then they can actually put it up on their wall. And so something I've had clients do is go to the craft store and get like a little wicker wreath. And it doesn't have to be big. Usually I used to have them, I used to keep them in my office, and I used to just get a bunch of little ones, just like small little wreaths. And then I would have them buy a bunch of random ribbon. And I know this is going to sound weird, but you cut the ribbon into like a little strip that can wrap around and tie a knot around the wreath. And something that we do in this in session, or they can do it on their own, is have favorite memories and sharing, like each ribbon represents a good memory. So you can, think about it and say it out loud, that you taught me to do this, or we went on this crazy trip, or do you remember that late night we stayed up watching Arsenio Hall, or something ridiculous. Now I'm speaking like this. So you say the memories and you tie the ribbon. And then when you're done, you have like a little ribbony color, covered wreath with all sorts of different colors of ribbon and types and different memories. And then you can put it up as like a representation of all the things that, you miss about him and wonderful memories that you had. And I like it because it's positive, versus when we grieve, we tend to get angry. We tend to talk about all the things that we miss and wish that they could have done. And we like do that bargaining kind of thought process. And so when we do something kind of positive and we focus on the things that we love about them and the things that we experienced with them good, it's I don't know, it just feels better. It's like a more positive way of kind of talking it through. So that's one of the things that that I have clients do. Now, something I do is I periodically write letters to my dad as if I'm like talking to him, or I'll even talk out loud like I'm a lunatic, but I don't really care because I have a picture of him up in my house, and sometimes I'll be like, yeah, this thing happened, Dad, and you would have totally loved to be there. And so it's like I'm still almost like engaging with him, even though, I know he's not, here in person, but that doesn't negate the fact that I would want to talk to him. And so I would encourage you to maybe try that too. Those are some of the things that I find that help people, because it's kind of sometimes hard to know what to do. And then sometimes we want to cry because we feel overwhelmed. And so if we try to give ourselves like some outlets of how to express it, then maybe it'll get better. But let me know, like try those out and see if any of those like work for you, because everybody's different,
I had his 3 little ones come over last night, and my sister-in-law brought them by so they could wish me a happy birthday, because I had them a lot this week, and they kept like a big secret from me, and they gave me birthday cards, and that was really sweet. They just, his littlest one is 3, and so he sang me happy birthday, and I mean, a 3-year-old singing happy birthday to you is just downright precious.
Yeah.
But it was really nice of them to do that. So
Yeah, and focusing on some happy things that are feel good, you know, because I think that sometimes with grief, especially when we feel like we have to repress it, if we don't give ourselves the outlets, it's almost like we can't enjoy the other good things, you know, like your birthday, like enjoying the fact that it's your birthday and people are doing special things for you and showing you love. And yeah, let's give you some outlets. See if that kind of helps you feel a little bit better, you know, have a couple better good, like more good days than bad.
thank you so much, Katie.
Of course. Happy birthday. I'm glad you could be on. Sending some hugs your way, okay? Okay. We'll talk soon. Better. Ooh. Bye, Erin.
Sorry about that.
It's so hard, you guys, losing someone. Like, I get teary. Like, people are like, look, I could cry. I could cry all the time if I let myself about my dad. I think grief is interesting because it doesn't really go away all the way. It lingers and we can be sad. And I'm teary anyways because, oh, thanks, Keely. Because I came across that when I was doing my big clean out of my closet. Like, if you guys don't follow me on Snapchat, you didn't see all of the clothes I have. And I kept this one item of my dad's. It's like a flannel. It's like a thick flannel jacket kind of thing. And it's the only item of his that I kept, like a clothing item. And I found it and I was like, I don't know. It brought it back. So know that if you're struggling, if you lost a person in your life, if you lost a pet, if you lost anybody that's important, it can kind of come and go. And stumbling across things that are sentimental to me, I still get teary and it's okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry about it. It's okay to miss them because that's just how it is. Okay, I gotta pull it together, you guys. Of course, Erin, she says, thank you so much. And I'm glad that you could be on, and I hope that this makes your day a little bit brighter and a little bit more exciting and just a great distraction. So, oh, thanks, Elena. Okay, I'll get it together. But it's okay to cry. You know, let yourself do it. Like, we have hard times. You miss people. Things are hard, you know? So, oh, thanks, Ava. Sending all sorts. Okay, Alyssa, I'll guest you in a minute. I'm going to tell them that I would be doing this, and I have to toggle back and forth. And thank you to the people who have become new Patreon patrons. I've seen it. Let me give you another shout out here. We have, let's see. Yep, Charlotte, I saw you in there, and Hannah. And we got Misa, and I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly, and Kathleen. So thank you to all of our new Patreon patrons. Okay, so let's see. Here is a question. Kayla's asking, hey, Katie, after growing up in a dysfunctional family and dealing with a lot of emotional abuse, some physical, I struggle a lot with trusting my own thoughts and feelings. It's very common. And I feel like I'm ready to work on this in therapy, but at the same time, I feel like I can't bring it up to my therapist unless she or someone tells me that it's really abuse. So common, Kayla. Like, I want my therapist to confirm it was abuse in order for me to feel like it's worthy of me talking about. But at the same time, she can't confirm it if I don't tell her. She knows I have dissociation, and I've hinted around the subject, and I think she sort of knows. She said things like, I think when you were a kid, you sometimes felt very scared at home, and that's why you dissociate. So she does know. But I still feel like I can't fully admit it until someone validates it. Any advice on how to get past this? I think this is really, really common, you guys, because I think most people who've been in abusive situations, the thing about, let's start here. When we grow up in abusive or just any kind of scary, it could be emotional abuse, it could be physical abuse, it could be, oh, thanks, honey. It could be, he brought me tissue because I'm snorking. So anyway, whatever abuse it is, because it's happening when we feel scared or when we feel upset. Sorry guys, I've really got a runny nose. Sean will give me a hug in a minute. I think he's going to get more coffee or maybe going to pee. But anyways, so if we grow up in a family, let's start back. I'm sorry guys, I'm getting distracted. And I'm okay. I just miss my dad sometimes, you know? And that's okay. So that's kind of how, well, I got water, baby.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've got it hidden over here.
All right.
He's bringing me water. So thanks, Sam Crow. So anyway, when we grow up in situations where there's abuse happening, or even an alcoholic home, there's a lot of different situations that can cause this, but because things are happening to us that shouldn't happen, or we're upset and everybody's telling us nothing's wrong, go to your room, forget about it, right? As kids, we're kind of told that because parents try to, quote unquote, protect their children from alcoholism or drug addiction. And if there's abuse happening, even if it's not happening to us as a child, if we watch it happen to a parent or another sibling, we slowly stop trusting our own feelings and our own experience, because if we're being abused, they tell us that we deserved it, or we caused it, or it's, they give us certain reasons and try to, I don't know why that is, but it's almost like they try to make themselves feel better about what they're doing. And so they'll say something like that to us, and that can make us then think, oh my God, did I deserve this? I must have caused this. And so we don't trust our own experience. Also, then for alcoholism and drug addiction, often we'll know something's wrong as a child. And if someone just told us, yeah, they're doing drugs, or they're, abusing alcohol, and so this is what it means, then we'd be like, oh, that's why I feel so upset about it, or I know something's wrong. But parents usually say, no, we don't talk about that. Go to your room. Everything's fine. Don't worry. And so with those patterns of behavior, what happens is we start to not believe ourselves, not trust our emotions, not trust what our mind tells us, and we lose trust in ourselves. Okay? And so that's why, like what she's saying, Kayla's saying, like she needs someone to validate it, because in her head, she may still think, I caused it, I did it to myself, that it's not abuse, and so we question whether or not it really happened. And so that's the thing, that's why that's happening, and that's very normal. And I really just want to talk about that so you all can kind of see where it comes from and why it happens, because it's really, really common, okay? Anyway, so there's that portion. Then for her, like the question that she's asking, sorry, now my nose is itching because it was running. She says, how do I get past this? Any advice to get past it? And I think that if we practice trying to say it out loud and it doesn't get better, because that's usually the first thing I ask my clients to do, or not clients, but I worked in a group once, and people would have trouble telling others in their family that they were struggling or talking about it to others. And so something that I always have people do is practice saying it out loud, because we often don't feel like we can, or we don't feel validated, we don't know what words we would use. And so try saying it out loud to yourself in the privacy of your own room or home or car or whatever. And if it doesn't get better and it doesn't get easier, and we still don't think we could say it in session, that's when we try writing it down. That's when we try emailing or texting or whatever your therapist allows to get the point across. And it can be something as simple as, I know I was physically and emotionally abused, and I'd like to start talking about it. That's all. Your therapist isn't going to take that as oh, they're ready to run the races and go really fast and talk about this. They're going to understand that that was your only way of expressing it to them. Guys, we're number 13. This is crazy. And so I think that doing that kind of, practicing, seeing if you can say it out loud, trying to say it out loud. If you can't, we write it down, we bring it in, or we email, and we get the point across that way. Okay? And that's really my advice. That's kind of how we get out of it. But know that if something like this happened to you, that you have the right to talk about it, that you were abused, and it's okay. You're there. Your therapist is there to support you, to help you talk about it, and to get you the help that you need. And you didn't bring it on yourself. You're not to blame. And the sooner we start talking about it, the better. So those are just my ideas about that. Those are my thoughts on that. I know it's hard, but let's start by trying to say it out loud just to ourselves and see if we can, because often with practice, we can get better and feel better about it. Thanks, Sammy. And then, yeah, Kayla, keep us posted, okay? Let us know. I know it's really hard. Thanks, Heidi, for the likes. Yeah, so that's my advice. Okay. DeCall asks, do you have, I'm assuming thoughts, not tights. Do you have thoughts about online therapy like Talkspace, since you tend to emphasize talking out loud? I do. Yeah, Sarah, you could guess today if you want. Just hop into the queue. I think that online therapy, if we don't have resources in our local area to whatever it is, let's say we need a trauma-based therapist and we live in a rural community, we just don't have access to all of that. I think that, online therapy at that point is better than nothing. I would rank in person, in session therapy the best. And then below that is like a group therapy in person, and then below that is online therapy one-on-one. And the only reason that I do place it down on my list is just because there's something so powerful about being in the room with someone and being through like Skype, like seeing this, you can't see the rest of my body, and body language in therapy is so powerful. And I can usually tell right away when my clients walk in the room, if it's a good day, if it's a bad day, and how they're doing. So with that in mind, try to see someone if you can in your area. But I understand that not everybody has those resources. And therefore, I think that online therapy definitely has a place, because we don't all have specialists in our area. We don't all live in city centers. We don't all have the money to afford, because sometimes in LA, I'll be looking for a referral for a client because I'm like, we've done all the work we can together, and I think it'd be good for you to go here. And I'll look and I'm like, they don't take insurance, and they charge $250 an hour or some crazy shit. Thanks, Amy S. And so, you can't always afford it. Some people, prices are ridiculous. And so, if with that being said, I think that then that's when Talkspace and stuff like that is really beneficial. And I never negate like treatment, because talking to someone even over Skype is better than nothing. But look into resources in your area first. Okay? Let's see. I was looking at Keely's question. Oh, Simone, we got a new Patreon patron. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's see.
What song is that you just
It was
sang,
my
Katie?
own little ditty.
I really think it's good.
I'm looking to guest someone.
Tease that out, maybe.
Okay, I May, are you ready to be guested? And then up next is Sarah. So get ready, Sarah. You're going to be up next after I May. Let's see if we can connect. Are you in China? Is that possible? CH? Can they even be on YouNow? I'm excited. Let's hope we can connect. Get my water. Sorry, Maureen. I know you. I've got to pee now too, but we're almost there.
That's why I wear diapers during the.
I always wear diapers. Oh, it wouldn't connect.
Try again. If that's China, I wanna.
She's not in. It went away.
Oh no.
I May, if you want to try again, you can. I'm trying. We'll try again. Sarah, we're gonna have Sarah on. See how Sarah's doing, and then after Sarah, we can have Anna. If you want to get ready, Anna, we could have you up next. Oh, Palm Tree Beach is here. Hey, hey, hey. I know, we have 50,000. Oh, I made it to my 50K challenge to hold my pee. Go pee, Maureen. We're waiting for people to guess. Do it now. Go, go, go.
Carly, group pee break.
Group pee break, I know. We might.
Seriously, it's like an hour and a half.
We might have to. Okay, we're going to take a pee break. Does everybody need a pee break? Let's take a minute. I'll go pee.
All right,
you
I'll
go
put some
pee.
music on.
Sean's going to put some music on. Okay, pee break.
Wait, not that.
And break.
I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Dancing
You
with
snuck up on me.
Are you dancing with the hand? It was Sean.
I get so scared. scared. I don't know why. I know it's just you and me in the
he's
house.
so jumpy. Oh my god. Even though that back scratcher has such personality, Waskley says. Was it dancing?
I was trying to, but my coordination was off because there's a delay. So.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, you guys. Funny. Oh, Sarah's here. Okay. We'll try to get you on again. You had to race me. Yep, everybody peed. We feel better. Woo, woo. Oh my god. But funny story about Sean is that he is so easy to scare. And I may have already told you guys this.
I'm not afraid of cat in real life. It's just like I'm jumpy. You know, like I'm not afraid of people. It's just.
Yeah. Oh, we can try again too. Oh my god. So yeah, but he gets really jumpy. Like I could literally scare him, you know, whenever. Like, and it's only us in the house. That's what I said. It's like it's only us. Like we don't have any animals or children running around or other people. So, sweet mother. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna try I May again because we tried and then it didn't connect. And I don't know if I see you in here. Oh, Jory's in there too. So many people in the queue. 29 it says. Although I don't think it shows me all of them. Yay,
No,
Maureen
it shows a
says her
couple, it's so weird.
DJ pee break in the house. I know. I do scare him by jumping around the corner, and it's really easy, Jennifer. Like, I honestly don't do it.
I actually enjoy it though.
And I don't do it very often because I just feel bad because I know it's going to scare him. Although I don't get scared very often, and he scared me the other day.
Oh, it's great.
I was closing the fridge door. I was getting something out and cooking, and he was behind it coming in the kitchen. I was like, oh! And I don't get scared. So, oh, it didn't work. I'm so sorry.
Hemsicles.
DJ PP. Thanks, M Sickles. I'm loving the hashtags, you guys. Okay. We're going to try Sarah one more time because I already tried them and they want me to try again, and I said I would. So we're going to try. And then I'm going to try to answer some more questions. Oh, horror films, Amy. Oh, my goodness. And Sean he kind of screams. Hi, Sarah.
Hey.
I'm glad it worked. Hooray. So how are you doing? You're in the States. Are you in California?
No. Vancouver Island.
Oh, nice. I know where that is. Very cool. Oh, you froze. Can you see me okay and hear me okay? Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I was just
What's going on?
wondering, do you know like about anniversary reactions? Traumas.
Adverse reactions?
Anniversary.
Oh, anniversary reactions. Sorry, Sean heard you. I didn't catch it. Yes.
To like traumas.
Uh-huh.
I'm like today is kind of like the date to one of mine from an assault, and just trying to find more ways to cope and deal with it. Having a hard time.
Uh-huh.
I try to distract.
Yeah, distractions are good. There are quite a few things we can do. And this will help too, like in prepping, you know, for other anniversaries or for when this comes up again next year. I have my clients usually honestly, probably like 3 weeks before an anniversary. We start talking more about it. We start preparing for the day and building up our resources, because the one thing that I find, and you can maybe, you know, everyone's experience is different, so let me know. Ooh, what's that? Ooh.
Probably a
Huh?
oh.
It made a voop voop noise. Scared me.
Yeah.
But anyways, sometimes. Ooh, what is that noise? Huh?
People are texting me.
Oh, it's a notification. It's like a buzz. Gotcha. So everybody's like, what is that? So the truth is that we can plan ahead of time by building up our resources, because in my experience with my clients, we can distract so much, but that only gets us so far, right? And then night times are usually the worst, because then we can't really distract anymore. And then it's when it is usually the hardest for my clients. And so what I would encourage you to do is to usually I put a plan together with my clients for the day. And I know that we're kind of like in it already, but this hopefully will help out next time, is that we put a plan together for the day and we do things that make us feel good, things we want to do, things that we enjoy but don't do enough. And then we also plan in some distraction things. Like I have a client who we do like a closet clean out, or we do like a cleaning the house. And I know that sounds silly, but that's one of the things that helps her like calm down. And so we kind of plan some distraction stuff too. And then we build up our resources. Like we text with friends, we video chat with friends, we get together, and we try to, engage with people who are supportive and loving and who know about what's happened and what we're struggling with, so that they're there to hang out with us. And one of my clients, I've had her just have her friend, she has one really close friend, always stay over that night. And they just stay up watching movies, and it just kind of helps because we have extra support and we don't feel so alone with our thoughts. And then another thing also is like...
Turn that off, sorry.
That's okay. But you can also, it's what?
My nephew, he takes photos and sends them.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's so cute. And then the last thing I would recommend is, processing it, journaling about it, talking about it to someone, sometimes you do extra therapy session that week, because it is hard, and anniversaries can bring up a lot of things that can make our flashbacks worse, our anxiety worse, whatever PTSD like experiences we have, it can like exacerbate all of that, but we can make it better. And I also find just having a plan helps make us feel better in the beginning anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my session, it got canceled because we got dumps of snow.
Oh, because of the storms. Oh, well, try to see if you can get in, or, I don't know if they rescheduled for sooner, or is it still stormy? I know the weather's been so crazy.
It's actually nice now.
What?
It's nice now.
Oh, is it? Okay, good. Good.
But,
yeah.
And then Family Day, I don't know if you guys have that in the US.
Family Day?
It's some stupid holiday here. I don't know. It's new.
Yeah, but that's nice. But then it like pushed everything back, kind of.
Yeah, well, including like school. I have to retrain because I got badly injured in my assault. It ruined my career, and anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, be around supportive people. Talk to people tonight that would be, extra helpful. Get out, do something nice for yourself, and allow yourself to feel it. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to have a hard day. There's no shame in that at all. But I think just having some extra support and love and resources to help you know that you can get through it and tomorrow will be a better day is important too. And like texting with your nephew, I think that that's a good thing. And I would just encourage you to, enjoy that. Those are the things that I do. Let me know if it helps, okay?
Okay, thank you.
But we're here for you. You'll get through it, okay?
Yeah.
And tomorrow will be a better day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the weather's nice. If you can get out, get some sun on the face. That could feel good.
Poops is a dog. She poops a lot.
Yeah. Okay, good. That gets you out.
Yeah.
Oh, you froze.
Okay.
Are we still? Oh, there you are. Well, let us know how it goes, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Bye, Sarah.
Bye.
And I think that is hard. A lot of us have anniversaries that come up, and like anything, it really just helps to have a plan. Something about having a plan can kind of help calm any nerves we have. Thanks, Zoe. And thank you, everybody who was giving tips and stuff. I saw them come up, but, I don't like to interrupt anybody when I'm guesting someone. So thank you all for your support. It means so, so much. But yeah, I think, just preparing, I think doing stuff that, helps us feel good, things that we like, those are all good, and planning. Yeah. Karen says planning was very helpful for me this year. And thanks, Erin. I think that's, that's the truth. So giving yourself a little time to do that. Okay. Okay, let's guess somebody. I told, I think it was Anna or Ann that she would be on next. I'm seeing if I can see her at all. I don't see her. She dropped out of the queue.
Who are you looking for? I can look too.
They're Anna. Anna T. Does anybody see Anna T?
Level, let me go.
I did. I'm sorry. Do you see her?
She's a
Is she
baseball
there?
cap with a cat on mine.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna.
just, I think because you're a broadcaster, you see a different list than.
I don't.
It's weird.
It is weird, you guys. I don't
but-
always see the list you guys
but
see.
You can.
I don't know. It's just not even showing. And I'm doing all the different, like just joined,
Sorting.
by the level. You guys, I don't even know. Okay, let's answer a few questions in the chat because we haven't been doing much of that. So let's. You see her, Kayla? It's so weird, you guys. So frustrating. Oh, hey, Laura. Laura Lejeune is here, you guys. You guys know her? Maybe I'll get to meet you, Laura, when I come over to the UK for VidCon. I don't know if you're going to be attending, but I would love to see you. I don't think we've met in real life, have we? Even though I feel like I know you. Okay. Let's see. So, Jade is asking, is there a point in doing an eating disorder program if you're not motivated or ready to get better? I want to continue to lose and not be forced to gain. Okay, couple thoughts on this. The first thing is, oh, Alyssa, want to play the ukulele? I'll have Sean put you on the list to be guested, Alyssa G. And I will see if I can find you in there. And I saw Jory's in there too, and I'd like to, oh, and sheepishness, keep asking that question. Sorry, so many questions, so many things. If my first recommendation, if we're struggling with an eating disorder, please go to the doctor. Please, 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 please. Because I want to make sure that your physical health isn't at a level where you need to be hospitalized whether or not you want to get better. Because often we don't want to get better. And the eating disorder voice is so goddamn nasty that we can't see out of it. We don't even think we're sick enough, and it won't let us see us for what we really look like and what we're really struggling with. Therefore, we can be sick for a lot longer just thinking that we're not ill enough. Got it? And yeah, Maureen's saying they're really dangerous. They can be super, super dangerous. And so there's that portion of it, right? So I need you to get checked out by the doctor. And as long as you get a full blood work, thanks, Rorty. Woohoo! I think as long as you get full blood work and they give you a clean bill of health, it's okay to consider treatment, but not quite be ready to go and not quite go. That's the only way I'll ever let anybody not go when you know you're struggling. But that doesn't mean that you don't get help or that you don't need to get help, because the truth is you really do. And so that just means that I'll give you an extra month or two to consider the treatment and to, okay. Sorry. I just have to block someone, but I can't find them. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're blocked. Okay. So, what was that? Like I rap? What the hell was that? Okay. Bye, Lucy. I'm glad you're able to come on and hang out with us for a bit. So anyway, that's what I'll give you. I'll give you a month or two of a leeway for you to get into treatment, and know that we don't have to want to get better when we start treatment. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Remember, we don't have to want to get better when we start treatment. We just have to not like where we're at or not like how we feel. That's all. We just have to want change somehow. And almost all of my clients, regardless of their want to get better or no one wants to gain weight, by the way. If you're in a restrictive type eating disorder, nobody wants to gain weight. So know that I don't think that's ever going to change, so don't expect that to change. But I do like my clients, when we send them into a treatment program, to at least hate how they feel right now. And, also, like I said before in the other broadcast, I think it was Fridays or maybe the week before. Thanks, Jenna. Is all, we have to, now I lost my train of thought. Damn it. It happens sometimes. But I think, what was I saying? I don't know. But all it is that we have to just not want to, we just have to not like where we're at. Oh, this is what it was. That I always ask people, like, how's your relationship with others and with yourself? That's always something I ask my clients. And then if they still say like it's like shit and I feel bad, like there's no way that if we're really struggling with eating disorder that our relationship with ourselves or others is great. And so I always ask that and then say, are you happy with how that is? And I think that challenging the eating disorder voice a little bit is a good thing. And knowing that when we go into treatment, we don't have to want to get better, but it can slowly happen over time when we realize how bad we've been feeling. So that's where I'm going to leave it. You don't have to go right away if you go get checked out of the doctor and they say that you're physically okay, but know that you don't have to want to get better to start treatment. You just have to not like how you feel. Okay? And for those of you who are asking, Yes, I try to get through as many questions on Patreon after the broadcast as I can. I don't always get through all of them, but I do my best, and I'll be answering those as soon as I can. So know that if I didn't get through to your question on Patreon yet, that I can get to it later, okay? Oh, yes, and Jenna, simply Jenna, why I get help if you're in immediate danger and not share details in chat. It's triggering. Totally. That's something that we should also... Okay, rules of Kati Morton anywhere over the interwebs. No numbers, no number of days that you've ate or not ate, or number of things you've ate or not ate, or no calorie talk, no weight talk. You will be kicked out of chat, or I will, delete posts or comments. Thanks, Stephanie. Just because it helps us keep it safe. It helps keep the place, KatiMorton.com in the chat, and anything that I work in, it helps keep it a healthy, happy, healthy mind, healthy body, pew, so that we all can have a safe place to talk. And I think that that's really important. Of course, Jenna, and know that I am working with another Kenyan on the website a little bit to make sure that we can get that point across, and that the rules of chat and the rules of the website are something that pops up a lot, so that we know. Okie dokie. Let's guess somebody. Guess somebody. Let me see. Alyssa G. Alyssa G, are you ready? I think she said she played the ukulele, if I remember correctly. I think this is the one. Be our guest.
Oh, I'm gonna
be
capture
our
some
guest.
ukulele.
Our service to the test. Yes, that's what Jennifer said. We're not a pro, whatever the negative thing is. We're a positive space. I agree. Hi, Alyssa.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Is it glitchy?
It's a little cut outy. It's a little... Here, try talking a little bit.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's totally frozen. I know, but your hair is beautiful. Everybody's saying it's beautiful. Oh, and sheepishness, good question. Oh, there. You're back? Oh. Oh, it's pretty glitchy. It's frozen. Do you want to try again next time, maybe? Oh, Alyssa, are you there? Oh, you guys, it disappeared. We'll try again. Alyssa, just remind me. Remind me that you're going to do the... Yeah, it's very glitchy. I guess it was frozen. It kicks it off sometimes, like when it can't connect. Okay. Yeah, it keeps freezing. I'm not sure why, you guys. Sorry, Alyssa. We'll try again next time. So Sheepishness asks, what's the difference between panic attacks and overstimulation? Thanks, Allie Sart. Allie's Arts. Allie Sarts. I could call it both. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Allie. That's really sweet. So the difference between a panic attack and overstimulation is honestly... Sorry, I'm just adjusting myself. Am I freezing now? Do you guys see me? Am I okay? Do you hear me? Hello, hello. So overstimulation is usually something that happens to those of us who, a lot of those on the autism spectrum feel overstimulated a lot. And what really causes what the feeling of overstimulation is, and those of you who experience it, let me know if I'm like missing some points, or if there's things that you want to add in, feel free to add them. Oh, thanks guys. Okay, we're good. You see me. Ta-da. You can, let me know in the chat. And the overstimulation tends to just, the best way I can explain it is like, it feels like everything is too loud. There are too many people. There's just too much of everything. Thank you, Kay Gould. And so any little bit feels like way too much. Okay? That's the best way I can explain. It's almost like for me, it'd be like if I have people coming over to my house, I'm trying to clean, I have food going, the alarm is going off because I got to change the laundry. Like, that's what it feels like. It's like, oh my God, it's just way too much. And that's how a lot of children on the spectrum feel. That's a lot of people who have sensory processing disorders feel. And so to answer your question, Keely, before I forget, it's April 8th and 9th is the VidCon.
7th through 9th.
Oh, 7th through 9th. And so, yeah, so that's when the VidCon UK is. Or not UK, VidCon Amsterdam. So that's really how it feels. And yeah, like a lot of people are sharing, like the shutdown, you feel really overstimulated. I'll probably go Nazanin for like 10 more minutes, maybe. So that's how it feels. to a lot of people, and everyone's sharing. And somebody let Holly Butterfly know what VidCon is, okay? So it can feel just really overwhelming. And that's what overstimulation can be the experience like. But panic attacks are more of like a buildup. It's not about having all this stuff that's overwhelming and like things feeling too loud, too much. A panic attack is almost like something happens, poof, we may not even know something has happened, and all of a sudden it's like a wave flows over us. Like, do you remember I had that guy on Aaron, I forget his name on YouNow, but he was wonderful, and he also is a YouNower, and he was talking about BPD, feeling like he's in the ocean, like he's attached, he has like an anchor on his leg and the waves are just like hitting him. And it's the ocean of emotion. Do you remember that? I feel like panic attacks are almost like a wave. Like they hit us and we're completely debilitated for a period of time. And that period of time is different. It's like it differs from person to person. It can be different depending on how intense the trigger was. But then it goes away. Overstimulation is something that can happen. It can go on as long as we're stimulated. And we can end up just completely shutting down, having a tantrum, screaming, feeling completely out of control. And we have to leave the situation. And once we're out of the situation and we've done some of our self-soothing, we'll feel fine. But panic attacks can continue to happen from like different landmines of emotion that we run into that we don't realize. Does that make sense? Do you see the difference? It's like overstimulation is when everything around us just is too much. Panic attacks, we don't even have to be stimulated. We don't even know why it happens. We can stumble across something and it's like, boom, it like hits you and you're debilitated immediately. So yeah, I hope that kind of, okay, good. You guys got it. Good. Yay. I'm glad, Shashari. So that's the difference, sheepishness. And I think that those are probably, because I can see the similarities, that it's almost like bipolar disorder and borderline personality disorder. Remember I did a video about the difference? I think those are probably misdiagnosed a lot. So that would be, you know, yeah, something to, I'm glad that was helpful. In the next live stream, I usually do a Friday and a weekend day because that tends to work for you guys. Do you guys like the times and the days of, you know, of the live streams? Let me know. And while you answer that, I'm going to answer Harley's question. How do you know that EMDR is working for you? The truth is that if you feel that you dissociate a little bit less, and situations that would normally be triggering and cause you to dissociate or freeze or fight or flight, whatever response you have from a trauma, whatever, if that's happening, you find that happening less and less and less. And those situations, like, let's say I used to be triggered being around dogs, and now a dog will walk by and I won't even think about it. It'll be as if that was never a trigger. So yeah. Okay, we like noon Pacific Standard Time. A little earlier would be good for the UK. I know that I said I would do a later one. Oh, another giveaway. Well, we blew out all the posters. We got excited on Friday. But I'll try to do more giveaways. You guys like those? I'm looking at things I can give to you. No, not today. We'll do it for next week, okay? So anyways, I hope that kind of helps. Was that, I forget the answer even already. Or the question. Ooh.
Well, you've been going for 2 hours.
I've been going. I'm sorry. I'm starting to blank. I'm starting to reach capacity. Oh, if EMDR is working. That was the question. It just took me a second. But yeah, so those things that can be triggering and stuff happen less and less. And so you slowly feel less and less triggered, and you're able to stay in your resilient zone, aka no fight or flight or freeze, longer. And that's how you know it's working. Okay, and can you do a giveaway on Sunday, not Friday next week? Yes, of course, Layla. To mix it up for those of you who I know are in school or work during the week, and I totally understand. I just try to do different, different things. Okay, and what were we doing for the likes? Did we have a thing? Sean?
Oh, not that I'm aware of, no.
What were we doing for the likes, you guys? I thought there was a thing.
No.
No, there was no thing?
Nothing was decided.
Nothing was decided. A later live stream would be better, Trisha. Okay. A pee party. That was true. We did get the pee party.
That's right. We hit 50,000, then we peed.
We hit the 50,000, we peed.
I was so excited.
A joke off. Okay. A joke off. Oh, and the llama song. I think we can play the llama song again. And then I'm going to think my favorite joke is a Laffy Taffy joke. So get ready because you know it's a cheesy one. My favorite joke is, what did one math book say to the other math book? What do we think? What do you think, Sean? I probably already told you this joke.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I already told you this joke.
No.
Okay, what did one math book say to the other math book? I got a lot of problems.
Oh, therapist
zing.
joke. Woohoo.
Zing! It's so good. I can't help it. Oh, what's the solution? It figures. Those are also very good. I love that one. It just makes me laugh. I love it so much. And also another funny thing that I like to do when I need a good laugh, I go onto Tumblr and I look up therapist memes. Sweet mother. Like there's this one where it says me when I try to feel an emotion. It shows a guy opening a door and it's water just like crushes him and I die. I find those, you know, they're so relatable. It's so relatable. What about you, Sean? What's your favorite joke? Oh, you've actually done that too, Keely.
The two Native Americans.
Okay, oh yes, this is a good. So there's two Native Americans.
Yes, and they go to see the local therapist in their tribe.
Can you guys hear him? They go to see the medicine man. There's two.
Oh no, one Indian. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's one Indian.
Yeah, and he goes to see the therapist. You know, and when he goes to see the therapist, says,
"It's the medicine man."
I'm a teepee. I'm a wigwam. I'm a teepee. I'm a wigwam. And the therapist looks at him and says, "You know, your problem is that you're too tense."
Did you guys hear it? I can hear you.
It's such a lame joke.
We joke all the time because sometimes when we do say we're stressed out or tense, I'll be like, "Oh, you're a teepee. You're a wigwam. You're a teepee. You're a wigwam." Too tense. So good. It's so good. The jokes. I'm trying to think if there's any other jokes. Thanks, Smashing Pumpkin. Trying to think of any other good ones that are funny and that I like. That's always my go-to. I'm not gonna lie. I like the quick zingers. Okay. That is all. That's all we have for you today. I hope that it took a few minutes, but it's hilarious. I love it. I love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks, Sammy Lawrence. Okay, so somebody's saying they don't get it. So the joke is that the Native American goes in to see the medicine man or the therapist, and he says, I'm a teepee, I'm a wigwam, which are two different types of tents that you can build, a teepee and a wigwam. You can look up what a wigwam is if you're confused about that. And then he says, you're too tense, like too tense being like, I'm too tense. Do we get it?
I'm capturing that.
Okay. Bye, you guys. Have a good one. I will see you soon, and follow my Twitter to know when the next live stream is. We'll Kenyan boogie our way out of here. Katie having to explain the joke.
Hey, we're international.
We are. Okay, I love you all. Have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.